Hello and welcome to my Let's Play / stream of Star Trek Online. I'm the Big B82 and this is my TOS era tactical officer, and we're about to undertake the side quest missions, the Kobali Crisis Act 1, where we're going to render assistance to the Kobali who are currently under siege by the Vaadwaur, who want to take this planet back. We briefly heard a reason why when Gaul betrayed us. The Kobali are this used to be a Vaadwaur colony world, and the Kobali are converting dead Vaadwaur into Kobali, and Gaul wants the planet back. He wants us to betray them. So that's the gist of it. We're going to speak with the general over there in a second, if you just bear with me. Right, just going to have a chin wag with the general. Now this is all ground, so for the next 3 parts this will all be ground based. If you're watching these live, then you have to wait for me to complete them. But if you're watching this playlist back, then you don't want to watch this side quest missions on Kobali Prime, then just skip to part 64, which will be back in space. So, let's go and speak with the General. General Cannell.
We can't stop until the Vaadwaur leave our world.
So we need your help. This 4-part episode comprises of the cavalry, the sun, the temple of my people, and data recovery.
We've been fighting this war for nearly a year now, and it's taking a toll on our troops. We are a peaceful people. This is the first time my soldiers have been exposed to death and destruction on this scale. They're demoralized and depressed. I'm concerned about the long-term effects on their mental health. You have more experience than we do in battle. It would help if you could speak to our soldiers and share your insights. Please stop by the med bay. Some of the wounded there have asked to meet you.
Let's go and speak with the wounded. This is an active ground zone, so that's the whole thing. These open missions, they're pretty interesting. Some of them are interesting, but they do need to be completed in a group, and generally people don't stay on Kobali Prime. It's good to get your weapon stuff done, although the rewards here are pretty crap.
You're part of the reinforcements that everyone was talking about. Please, you have to stop the Vaadwaur. We can't lose our home. Not after it took us so long to find it.
I promise you, I'll do everything I can to help.
My brother, my sister, they're both dead. I couldn't help them. You have to avenge them. Make their deaths worth something. Do what I could not.
Vaadwaur will pay for everything that they've done to you.
You're from the Alpha Quadrant. We've been fighting for so long. I don't know how much longer I can do it.
This war is going to end soon.
Thank you. It may not seem like much, but you've given those soldiers hope. We have several officers who were recently promoted, who might need some additional training, as well as several tasks that could use your presence. Would you mind taking one of them along to let him shadow you? There is so much we could learn from an experienced Starfleet officer.
Of course the officer can shadow me. What tasks need to be done?
Many groups of our soldiers have become demoralized over the course of this war. I've tried my best to motivate them, but nothing has worked. They are all aware you are an expert commander, with more battle experience than any Kobali. Could you visit groups of our soldiers and motivate them to keep fighting?
Oh, you don't know much about my experience. I'm fine to take one of the or Tutunki. Tutunkins. To help motivate your soldiers. I'm over 150 years old, mate. I'm from the 22nd century or 23rd century. Greetings, Admiral. One of our recently promoted officers ready to shadow you and is eager to see you in action and learn whatever he can. Are you ready?
Reporting for duty, sir. It is a pleasure to watch you in action, sir.
Bolster morale.
Wow, I haven't seen the soldiers that motivated in a while. How did you know what to say to inspire them like that? I've tried before, but it did no good.
You don't get to be an admiral without learning how to inspire people. You learn over time.
Interesting. Well, keep going. I'll watch what you do and see if I can do that in the future.
Let's go find some more soldiers to help out.
This is Captain Kim. I found some information for you.
Do I have to speak to this idiot?
Permission to speak freely.
Granted. What is it, Captain?
Something isn't right here. I've done some investigating, and I don't think the Kobali are being entirely truthful with us.
These people are under siege and you're questioning them?
I have a history with the Kobali. A former crewmate, someone I cared about, died and was reborn as Kobali. She tried to rejoin Voyager, but it didn't work out. Losing someone, and then finding them just to lose them all over again. I'm trying not to let my personal feelings cloud my judgment, and I didn't want to doubt the Kobali, but there's a developing pattern I can't ignore.
What have you found?
Not so much found as observed. The Vaadwaur clearly have superior firepower, tactics, and training, right? So why haven't they already wiped the Kobali out? They haven't hesitated to do so on other worlds. Sure, the Kobali have a shield around the capital, but they've been fighting the Vaadwaur for months now, and they're consistently losing troops and territory. I don't understand how the Vaadwaur haven't already taken the capital and finished this.
Unless the Vaadwaur's goal is not to take the city.
Exactly. There has to be some other objective for the Vaadwaur here, and we need to find out what it is. We have to help the Kobali, and we can't do it if we're blinded.
I want you to continue investigating this while I help with the war efforts.
Understood. I won't let you down.
Excellent. I will return to the General and see what else is needed. In other words, stop bothering me, you annoying shit. God, it's a whiny baby.
We can't stop until the Vaadwaur leave our world.
I have done what I could in the city, General.
Thank you for your assistance. Your presence here means we're not fighting alone anymore. That's more important than you know. My son is in the trenches now, and he could use your... Wait, what's that?
What is it?
The Vaadwaur are at the gates. You have to help us.
They will rue the day that they... I guess. Now the kid drone's working. Good thing. Coming in, you goggle wearing pillock. Fight me! Running away, eh? You yellow bastard.
Kim here. Something definitely isn't right. The General is waiting for you. I'll keep trying to figure this out.
Basic tactics, Nimrod. Keep probing your enemy until you find a weakness. No tactics. That was a close one, Admiral. If you hadn't been here, your stand against the Vaadwaur will give our people the motivation they need to keep fighting. And we have so much to do. The Vaadwaur made it this far, then I fear my son is in the trenches.
My son Jitanian is commanding our forces outside the city. The Vaadwaur should never have reached us without so much as a warning from him. Something must have happened. Here is his position in the field. Take the nearby transporter and make your way to his command post. He may need assistance.
Okay, cavalry. Cavalry done. Now we do the sun. Transporter pad is offline, so according to my scans it's disabled very recently. It seems as though a problem in the trenches. Looks like we'll be taking a long way to see Commander Jintan. It appears so. We better start walking to the city outskirts. Someone helped me, so I thought I helped them.
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
How can I have... You're the General's son?
I am, although I understand your confusion. Kobali reproduce by reanimating corpses and then integrating them into our society. We're assigned to existing family groups who teach and care for us. My first life was a long one. I don't remember it, however. I am Kobali, and my father is a source of inspiration and wisdom for me.
Wait, what?
My people do not reproduce in what you would consider a normal fashion. Instead, we use a genetic virus to alter the DNA of corpses from other species, reanimating them and transforming them into Kobali. We call this process rebirth. The process takes several months. Afterward, a new Kobali is assigned to a family group who will help him or her adjust to our culture and learn our language. All memories of the Constaya or past life are left behind. It can be difficult to accept this new life. My father was of great help to me during this time. Some Kobali cannot accept the change and flee to search for their former lives. In these cases, it's our duty to find these lost souls and help them return.
Why do you reproduce this way?
This is not something we normally discuss with outsiders. Suffice it to say, our ancestors experimented with forces they did not understand, and we were irrevocably changed by their folly. Faced with our own extinction, we found a way to survive. Now rebirth is the greatest gift we can give to the dead. Who wouldn't want a second chance at life?
I see. General said you needed help.
Yes, we have two problems. Our transporters at our forward base have stopped working, and troop morale is low after the last attack. Could you give us a hand by getting more soldiers back into the fight? I'm still looking into the issue with the transporters.
I'll see what I can do for the soldiers. Come on, pissing canceller. Fight or I shoot you. That's my motivational speech.
Thank you. The soldiers have been beaten down so much I can barely keep them going. But they seem bolstered by the outside help. We still have no idea what's disrupting our transporters. Maybe you can find something on the Vaadwaur or from any of their crates in that area.
I'll figure out how to get the transporters working. Defeated by grass. According to the information, the Vaadwaur have placed transport inhibitors in the area to block the Kobali advance. Your orders? Send the data to the Vaadwaur and we will find a way to disable these inhibitors. Sending. One moment, sir. Done. The engineering team have found the wide length of our tricorders can emit transport inhibitors. They can get enough to trigger them. Good work. Let's get a way to disable these beacons. Jackasses. Here I said that this place is I said this place was dead, and here it is busy as ever.
Captain Kim here. I need to speak to you as soon as you return to the city.
I'm going to speak with Debbie Downer. What do you want?
I've been noticing something strange. When I first met the Kobali, they didn't seem to be a particularly religious people. Lindsay, Jedliah I mean, certainly didn't say anything about it. However, now, almost every Kobali I've met follows one creed. And there's a temple located just beyond the trenches. I've tried to find out more about their practices, but they keep telling me it's forbidden to share them with outsiders.
Do you think that this is a religious war?
Maybe, but I don't remember the Vaadwaur having a particular belief system either. This may not be much, but I'll continue my investigations. Maybe this one is a dead end.
Keep at it, Captain Kim. I count on your information. Actually, I'm not. It's just annoying. The Vaadwaur shut down the transporter. They're devious, aren't they? With the transport operational, we can easily send supplies to our forward bases. This will help, and I'll let you know when we could use your aid again. But I'm sorry I cannot answer any questions about our religion. Privacy is the essential part of our practice, and the temple is a sacred site. Sacred space. Only Kobali are permitted to enter.
We are. I'm sorry, but could you return later? I believe you need a break. You've already done so much for us. We couldn't possibly ask you for more. Thank you.
Okay. Temple of my people. Go and speak to...
I've discovered a few interesting things that can help us with the Kobali. Do you have anything on your end?
I know the general was acting odd. What do you have?
I've been thinking. Our only way to find out what the Kobali are hiding is through the Vaadwaur. We need to find out where they're focusing their attacks, and then why. That may be able to shed some light on the situation.
Do you know how the Vaadwaur communicate with one another in the field?
Yes. My crew was looking into why our signal jammers weren't working, and we found that the Vaadwaur have comm beacons in all of their camps that act as a miniature subspace array. They can't be jammed because they're shielded, and they provide all the Vaadwaur need for controlled, secure communications. Ingenious, really. I wonder if the Starfleet Corps of Engineers could whip up something like that for us. If Milana were here, I'm sure she could. Anyway, if we could place a trace on one of the Vaadwaur beacons...
Maybe ask for Xana Dawson if she wants to do a voice acting. Anything better than you. I'll have access to communications.
Exactly. Once we find out where the Vaadwaur plan to attack, we can reinforce the Kobali and find out what, if anything, they're hiding. There are 4 communications arrays in the trenches area. Planting a trace on each of them should allow the engineers on your ship to spy on the Vaadwaur.
I'll handle putting the trace on the communication arrays. It's nice when someone else has been through here, but also annoying when someone else has been through here because it means I don't get any kills. Hello, ladies. crypt, baby. Let's get out of here before they respawn. Receive your data, sir. Give us a few moments to process it. We have the data. Although the traces are cut short, the Vaadwaur must have discovered it. Vaadwaur tactical plans seem to revolve around the temple, not the city itself. According to this, there is a large sealed door that they've been unable to break through until now, and they're planning on a large assault in the area soon. Thank you. Connect me to Captain Kim. He needs to hear about this.
Your timing is impeccable. A large squad of armed Kobali just left, but they wouldn't say where they were going. Did you find any information?
The Vaadwaur are after the Kobali temple, not the city.
The temple? That must be where the Kobali are going. We have to help the Kobali defend that temple. Afterwards, maybe we can see why it's so important to the Vaadwaur.
Agreed. I'll go to the temple and support the Kobali. Bitch, please. Come face death.
The temple is secure and the doors to it are still open? This is our chance. Go ahead. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Wait a minute, what about the Prime Directive? Understood. I've been waiting for you inside of the Kobali temple. I guess the Prime Directive out the window. To hell with the Prime Directive.
Looks like we've made it to the lowest level of the temple. Let's see what's in there.
Many small rocks. He's dead, overwhelmed by Vaadwaur weapons. Why, thank you, Tarsi. Your expert analysis from the ship was mostly appreciated. You are not gonna hurt me.
Thank you. If you are here, then it means our secret is revealed. I am sorry, but we did what we needed to survive.
Do you know how to open this door?
Take this. It is the code to open the door. Please, do not judge our people too harshly. You would have done the same if you faced extinction.
We'll see. Open sesame.
That's a lot of stasis pods. Let's get a scan of these. We need to know more.
The scan of the status pod indicates that it contains Vaadwaur, not a soldier. This temple was actually a massive storage chamber for non-military Vaadwaur elite. Your scan indicates the Kobali have been taking Vaadwaur from the failed status tubes and converting them into Kobali. Scan for history on the status tubes. There were at least 300 tubes that have had their inhabitants taken and turned into Kobali over the past 10 years. However, many more of the tubes have been taken since the Kobali arrived on the planet. According to your scans, even though it is enough that a large portion of the Kobali that you've met were probably once Vaadwaur in their previous lives. Scan data on empty pods. The pods that are emptied all show signs of internal technical failure. No pods that are currently intact have been touched. Of the pods that failed, several of them were repaired and used to store bodies that the Kobali wish to use in the future. Send data to Trafalgar.
I never imagined that we would find this. The Vaadwaur aren't fighting the Kobali over territory. They want their people back. This is why the Kobali stopped wandering. Everything they needed was here. It's not right. Some of the Vaadwaur in the stasis tubes could still be revived. The Vaadwaur are a dying race. Their methods may be extreme, but they're doing what they think they need to do to survive, just like the Kobali are.
We're not here to change the Kobali culture, we're here to protect them from the Vaadwaur.
But their culture is directly interfering with that of the Vaadwaurs. Is that right? Just because we like one side better doesn't mean they're the ones who get to survive. Regardless, we need to take this information to the General and get him to explain why they hid this from us. If the Kobali had been up front with us from the start, we could have figured out a better solution for us.
I agree. Let's go meet with the General. Are you ready to return to the General, Admiral? Yes. Yeah, but we're not here to judge them. It's the Prime Directive, numbnuts. Do you not know the Prime Directive? In all your years in the Delta Quadrant, you forget the General Order 1?
You've both returned.
General, we know about the temple. When were you going to tell us?
Secrecy protected our future, Captain.
How are we supposed to help you if you won't even tell us what the problem is?
That's enough, Captain.
Captain Drawley, you're late.
The Kazon delayed me. What's the situation?
Kobali temples for the Vaadwaur status pods that have been using to...
I see. Captain Kim, no matter our personal feelings, we must follow the Prime Directive. We are not here to change the Kobali culture. We are here to protect them.
We'll talk more about this in private. I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
I'm sorry, Admiral, for everything. We never should have lied, but you're an outsider, and we learned from past experience that not everyone can accept or understand what we accept as necessary. I couldn't risk you or losing your support. It won't happen again. I'll give you all the information you need. Vaadwaur will not stop, even if we return the remaining status pods. You know they won't. Look at what they've done to the Teray. Look even the Krenin have fallen. I'll give you some time. We'll talk again when you have more information next time.
Before we begin, I must apologize on behalf of the Kobali people. We meant no harm in using the Vaadwaur. When we found the stasis pods, many of them were damaged beyond saving. We honored their fallen by using their forms to preserve our species. The Vaadwaur, however, do not... Our ways are difficult to understand. For some, they may be reprehensible. No matter what the Vaadwaur think, we cannot end this practice without dooming our species to extinction. And that we will not do. Jetanian has sent word that he needs aid. Are you willing to help him?
Yes. Yes, I'll help. I'll help D'Artagnan. Jetanian. Unlike Captain Kim, I fully respect your decision. You know, I cannot judge, nor am I allowed to. Prime Directive says so. I adhere to General Order 1. Harry Kim's a moron.
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
Hakon, your father said you needed more support.
Yes, thank you for coming. One of our bases has been overrun. That facility contained research vital to our cause. Could you go to the base, recover the data, and bring it to one of our forward command posts? One of our scientists will be there waiting for you.
I'll recover the data and from the overrun Kobali base. This is the last mission in the act. Woo! Bitches! Kobali is studying Vaadwaur discovered the Vaadwaur studying Kobali biology. Why? You stop me again while walking and I'll cut your fucking Jacobs off. Stop shooting at me. This data shows Kobali studies done on Vaadwaur corpses. Kobali discovered that the Vaadwaur had been spying on several of their scientists. Kobali are attempting to hide biological research from the Vaadwaur. Okay, where's this last crate? Last crate. So I recommend accessing the Vaadwaur console to raise the Kobali data. Do you now? Meet with Harkon Saldador. Stop shooting me, you morons. And this is Harkon Saldador.
Thank goodness you're here. You've recovered the data from our lost base? Excellent. I knew you could get the job done. Now, we need your expertise on several issues we're encountering.
But we'll do that next time. So Act 2 will be in part 61 when we return. First things first, let's get the... we have to speak to him first to get the transporters. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the Big B82. Please comment, subscribe, and also give me a thumbs up, much appreciated. And I will see you in part 61, the Kobali Crisis Act 2, and we go deeper into the Kobali Vaadwaur War and find out what exactly the Vaadwaur were doing scanning Kobali. Thank you very much for watching, and ciao for now.